Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Skyrim mods showcase. Today will be a bit different than the usual type of mods, as we will be remastering Skyrim cities in a lore-friendly way. What I mean by this is that Skyrim cities and towns will still look the same, but with better graphics plus a ton of mods to fix a lot of the inconsistencies Bethesda left us with. Anyways, without wasting any more time, let's make Skyrim cities great again. What better way to start the video than to remaster beloved Whiterun? I can safely assume that this was definitely everyone's first home. Though not perfect, the location definitely has a special place in my heart, and thanks to mod authors, we can finally remaster this amazing city. We have Tomatoes Whiterun Complex Parallax material. This mod is a complete retexture of Whiterun's exteriors and interior architecture. This includes the gates, windows, floor, and so much more. The mod offers high quality textures and with complete support for complex parallax. So with this mod installed, you'll get that amazing 3D-like textures. A few examples would be the roofs, some of the building structures, and even the pillars will now have that nice 3D carved designs. The mod not only improves the exteriors, but also the interiors have drastically been improved. Interiors of Temple of Kinnereth, Dragon's Reach, and of course the other landmarks that can be seen in Whiterun. Overall, I personally believe this is the best Whiterun texture overall at the moment. Next up, we have 3D Whiterun Trellis. If you haven't noticed, a lot of these trellis always had that 2D look. This mod simply replaces it with custom meshes, making it look 100% better. You can usually find these trellis around the Whiterun tree and both the interior and exterior of Dragon's Reach. Additionally, FYX 3D Whiterun Tree Circle fixes even more trellis around the Whiterun tree. And speaking of more trellis, we have 3D Whiterun Trellis Expansion and 3D Trellis Improved Gilded Green Plaza. I know you might be saying, why are there so many mods just to fix trellis? But trust me, you'll need all of these to completely replace all the 2D trellis in Whiterun. Moving on, we have Gilded Green is Really Thick HD. This mod replaces the popular Whiterun tree with new mesh and photorealistic textures, giving it a unique and beautiful vibe to the tree. The mod also comes with two different variants of trees, plus a 2K or 4K option. When fully grown, it will have that beautiful nice cherry blossoms. Next, we have Whiterun objects, SMIM'd, and fixes too. This mod makes most of the blocky-like structures have a more natural look to it. It'll now have smoother edges, plus a ton of bad seams have been fixed as well. It's honestly hard to believe how many seams you can't unsee after having this mod installed. Better Floors Whiterun is another mod that I personally think is a must-have. This mod simply fixes all interior wooden floors to be fixed. It was already weird that the interior floor in Skyrim were damaged in the first place, as it would be difficult for anyone to move around without a foot falling in the hole. Lastly, FYX 3D Whiterun Guard Towers is another mod that replaces 2D wooden planks to 3D planks and restores beams that were originally missing. With all of these, you'll definitely have a more remastered look of the trading capital of Skyrim without completely changing Whiterun's original aesthetics. By the way, hear me out, in case you still don't have Skyrim or you're looking to buy other games. Instant Gaming is the #1 place to get discounted games for PC and consoles. From recently released games like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, to other games such as Skyrim AE Upgrade, or even games that you can pre-order with a cheaper price. You'll definitely find a better deal here. So if you're interested, be sure to use my link down below and buy cheaper games. Plus, we're also doing a giveaway with Instant Gaming where the winner gets to choose any game they want that's available on Instant Gaming's website. These are affiliate links which don't cost you any more, but it helps the channel out. With the capital of trade behind us, let's now turn our attention to the city where shadows reign and thieves are born, Riften. This iconic city with its canals and secrets is about to get a stunning visual upgrade. For the base textures, we'll be using WizKid, Riften, and Ratway, a comprehensive overall that revamps both the city of Riften and its underground maze, the Ratway. This mod gives Riften a more medieval aesthetic, complete with high quality textures and meshes. However, in this setup, we'll primarily use this mod for the Ratway retexture and most of its meshes. With that said, if you're happy with the overall look it provides, feel free to keep it as your main retexture for Riften. As for the main Riften retexture, we'll be using Retarn Riften, This is hands down my personal favorite Riften retexture and has been a staple in my mod list since day one. Its aesthetics are simply breathtaking, transforming Riften into a visually stunning city that feels both vibrant and lived in. The textures are rich and detailed, making every corner of the city beautiful to look at. Next, we have Riften Canals Rounded, a mod that addresses one of those small but glaring details that you can't unsee once you noticed it. The mod basically replaces the blocky wooden posts in Riften's canals with smoother, rounded meshes. And to complement this mod, FYX Riften Canal and Round Posts takes things a step further by fixing even more of those blocky posts and correcting the awkward placement of wooden fences, giving the canals a more natural and polished look. Another architectural fix, we have Riften Temple Sconce fix. These sconces found by the Temple of Mara made me wonder why Bethesda never bothered to fix it or decide to add a base below it. Well, lucky for us, this mod basically does that by adding a proper base beneath them, making them look as they should in the first place. Additionally, the mod also fixes the vertex colors of the stairs, ensuring everything blends seamlessly. FYX, the Temple of Mara works similar magic by addressing issues with the temple's pillars, UVs, and even adding a decorative ornament by the entrance. These small changes makes a big difference in my opinion. Lastly, we have 3D Riften trellis and roofs. At first glance, you might not really see a difference, but upon closer inspection, you'll start to notice they lack trims, making them look somewhat weird. This mod fixes that by adding detailed trims to the roofs plus transforming the 2D trellises into fully realized 3D meshes. It's one of those subtle changes that elevates Riften's visual fidelity without being overly flashy. Now let's journey to the City of Stone, the ancient Dwemer city, Markarth. Markarth is a city of contradictions. Its beauty is matched only by its dark history, from the Dwemer's mysterious disappearance to the Forsworn's bloody rebellion. Today, we'll give this city the visual overall it deserves. For our main texture overhaul, we're gonna be using Stony AF, Markarth and Dwemer Ruins retextures. This mod is my personal favorite for Markarth, as it truly captures the city's stony, ancient aesthetic while giving it a modern, polished look. The textures are crisp and detailed, perfectly complementing Markarth's rugged, Dwemer carved architecture. It also retextures Dwemer Ruins, giving them a remastered appearance. To further enhance the Dwemer aesthetic, we will be pairing it with Golden Dwemer Pipeworks redone. This mod simply replaces the metal textures of doors, pipes, decorative structures, and so much more throughout the city and the Dwemer Ruins, making them look as if they're maintained for centuries. Next, we have Markarth Fix AF. This mod addresses many of the inconsistencies and flat-looking structures that plague the city of Markarth. From uneven rock formations to awkwardly placed textures, the mod overall smooths out the rough edges. Despite the mods being so simple, once you notice these flaws, you can't unsee them, so it's definitely worth having. Lastly, we have Markarth Road Finished. Honestly, I have no idea why Bethesda left the roads leading to the main entrance unfinished. This mod basically fixes that oversight, completing the road and making the city feel more cohesive and polished. It's honestly a small change, but it's a big difference in the overall immersion. Now let's travel to the ancestral home of the Nords and a stronghold located in Skyrim's harsh, snowy climate, Windhelm. With its icy streets and towering stone walls, Windhelm is a city that demands respect and a proper visual upgrade. For the main retexture, we're gonna be using Reton Windhelm. This mod breathes new life into Windhelm's textures, offering high quality overhauls for both the interior and exteriors. With multiple texture resolution options, you can choose the version that best suits your system specification. The textures also include parallax support, giving surfaces a stunning 3D effect that adds depth and realism to the city's ancient stonework. To truly capture Windhelm's icy atmosphere, I highly recommend Icy Windhelm. Not only Windhelm's inconsistent ground meshes will be hidden, but it overall makes it feel like the frigid, snow-covered stronghold it's meant to be. It also fixes a ton of aesthetic inconsistencies, which Windhelm is known to be notoriously difficult to retexture due to its complex layout and odd design choices. This mod hides those ugly ground meshes, making the city feel more cohesive and visually appealing. Plus, it makes a lot more sense. For smaller but impactful changes, we have Windhelm Fence 3D. This mod replaces the flat 2D fences near the graveyard with fully realized 3D models. Meanwhile, Windhelm Objects SMIM smooths out the blocky walls and structures, giving them a more natural, curved appearance. And lastly, for the outer parts of the city, we're gonna be using Windhelm Bridge Reforged, the Citadel of Snow. This mod completely overhauls the Windhelm Bridge, fixing flat arches, reducing seams, and giving windows a proper finished look. Without the mod, it honestly felt like Bethesda simply cut shades for the sake of it. Lucky for us, mod authors are there to rescue us once again. Now let's make our way to the capital city of Solitude. Situated atop a massive arch overlooking the Sea of Ghosts, Solitude is a city of grandeur, power, and imperial influence. As the seat of the High King and the center of politics in Skyrim, Solitude deserves a visual overhaul that matches its importance and beauty. For our main retexture, we'll be using Riften Solitude. This mod is without a doubt my favorite retexture for Solitude. It delivers high-quality textures that transforms the city into a true imperial capital with its pristine stonework and beautiful architecture. The mod covers both the interiors and the exteriors, giving Solitude a cohesive and polished look. However, for the interiors of the Blue Palace, we're pairing it with extravagant interiors. This mod elevates Solitude's most luxurious spaces, adding an elegant detail that reflects the wealth of the city's elite. Walking through the palace will now feel like stepping into the heart of imperial power in Skyrim. To ensure Solitude maintains its visual consistency, we're adding a few smaller but impactful mods. First up is Solitude Objects SMIM Festival Ropes. This mod replaces the flat 2D ropes around the market area with fully realized 3D meshes. Next, FYX 3D Solitude Signpost does the same thing for the signposts scattered throughout the city, giving them a more detailed appearance. And for the ropes on the wells, we have Solitude Object SMIM Solitude Well. Now let's talk about a mod that fixes something that never made sense in vanilla Skyrim. If you have explored Solitude thoroughly, you might have noticed that the windmill is completely inaccessible. Improved Solitude Windmill fixes this oversight by allowing you to enter and climb the windmill. It even adds a functional grinder inside, making the windmill feel like a living part of the city rather than just a decorative prop. Finally, we have Solitude Clock Tower, a mod that enhances Solitude's atmosphere in a truly immersive way. With this mod, you'll hear the tolling of the clock tower's bells echoing throughout the city, even as far as the docks below. The clocks themselves are fully functional, displaying accurate in-game time. It's a small addition, but it adds a layer of realism and charm that makes Solitude feel even more alive. With these mods, Solitude becomes the vibrant, majestic capital it was always meant to be. And now for the final major hold in our journey, we arrive at Falkreath. Located near the borders of Hammerfell and Cyrodiil, today we'll be giving it the visual overall it deserves while staying true to its Nordic roots. For our main retexture, we're using Riften Farmhouse Parallax 3. This mod is my personal favorite when it comes to retexturing farmhouses, and it's perfect for Falkreath's rustic forested setting. The textures are rich and detailed with a strong Nordic vibe that fits seamlessly into Skyrim's aesthetic. I particularly love how the interiors look, especially the fireplaces where these stones have a stunning parallax effect that adds depth and realism. What's great about this mod is that it doesn't just stop at Falkreath. It also retextures farmhouses in Morthal, Winterhold, and other towns like Riverwood. This ensures a consistent look across Skyrim. Another must-have mod is Stairs of Safety Farmhouses. This mod addresses a small but glaring oversight in the Jarl's Longhouse. In vanilla Skyrim, the stairs are awkwardly designed and lack any form of safety railing, making them look impractical and even dangerous. This mod fixes that by redesigning the stairs to make them more functional and realistic. After all, how would anyone safely navigate those steep steps without a railing? It's honestly a small change, but it makes a big difference in the overall immersion. And there you have it. We've finally remastered all of Skyrim's major cities and towns, while still staying true to their original designs while elevating their visual quality. While many of these mods focus on small-scale fixes, I believe it's important to recognize and appreciate the incredible effort mod authors put into addressing even the tiniest details. Their work ensures that Skyrim feels polished and immersive down to the last stone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more modding content. Also, be sure to join the giveaway. It's a great way to show your support and maybe even win something special. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all the mod authors who continue to breathe new life into this beloved game. Until next time, happy modding, and may your adventures in Skyrim be as epic as the world itself.